I know it's a little delayed. That's why I wait a second. We ready? Okay. Welcome, everybody. Good evening. Apologize for the delay. Technical issues. They do kind of do what they want to do when it comes to social media. However, we are now present. So welcome tonight. I'm your host, La'Tanya Moore-Newsome of the Two-Edged Sword, along with the co-host,
Ashley.
Hey, Ashley. Our special guest tonight is following us way of Zoom. All the way in our hometown, Louisville, Kentucky, we have Stefan Bobo. Thank you, Stefan. How you doing tonight, Stefan?
I'm blessed. How are y'all doing?
I'm well. You well, Ashley? We're doing good. So
I appreciate that having me on.
I know
You need to hit record for your Zoom.
we definitely appreciate you coming on.
There you go.
You know.
Recording in progress.
Okay, we got it. So now we're recording and ready to go.
Move the mouse all the way to the right.
Stefan, you
There
ain't gonna give us too many problems tonight, right?
See, I don't be no problem. I'm the problem solver. I'm trying to get us to come together. I want us to come together.
We cover best. Exactly what we heard.
Put the love back in the universe.
You gonna put the
That's
love back in
good.
the universe? Okay.
Yeah.
Love.
So we all got taking accountability and ownership for our own shit.
Right.
Can I come? Can I come?
I mean, yeah, I would think we're not on TV. I mean, you gonna do it anyway, knowing you.
Okay.
No. No.
What's the reality?
No, I'm not. I'm not sponsoring that. Okay. We're good. That's you. You're not even keeping it on the low. So tonight,
Okay.
we know that we're into a brand new year, the first week of a brand new year. So I think everybody, all of us that made it, all of us that thought that 2021 was going to take you out, give yourself a huge pat on the back, honey, because we're still here. We also want to give mad respect to those that, for one reason or another, we know the big corporate COVID had unfortunately cost a lot of us loved ones, close friends, family members, co-workers, neighbors, etc. So we definitely want to give a moment of silence and respect to those that we lost this year by way of COVID. Also other tragedies or just natural causes, etc. So let's give a moment of silence for our loved ones. All right, thank you guys for that. I always want to be mindful of those that are no longer here with us that we lost, and always leave a stamp on our hearts. So with that all being said, tonight, we're going to discuss letting go is the key. Because again, we're in a new year. We want to let go of old last year, previous year habits. If you can agree, Ashley and Stefan, we want to let go. And also in letting go, there's also a positive in letting go. There's a ton of positives. But what I say is you do not attract what you want. You attract what you reflect. You know what I mean? Again, you do not attract what you want. You attract what you reflect. So the power of letting go and being able to let go actually makes you attractive. Okay? So we're gonna get into this. So now today we're gonna start on a level actually where we're hitting them at the metaphysical level or the quantum physics level, the energetic level, because we talk about everything that involves the flesh, from sex and anger and intentions and things like that. We want to hit them where we start with ourselves. It's a new year, so we're gonna start with ourselves and show reflections of how we've shown reflections of the people we encounter, our reflection of us. So with that being said, let me give y'all a couple of things. It's the notes I made. So the degree to which you are detached is the degree to which people will attract themselves to you, because it is attractive. Then I'll give an example. And I think Stefan and I, Ron and I was on the phone pretty late this morning, till today rather, talking about these things. And I gave example of a female going on a date with someone tonight, let's say Tuesday night. Actually, we're going on a date with another gentleman Wednesday night. So you're going on a date with a gentleman tonight, and he's just all on you, and he's just, Ashley, girl, you're beautiful, and you know what? I think we'll have some nice, pretty babies, and you want to get married in a church, a park, or Vegas, like he's being real, just what some of us would say extra, really, he's been attentive, but,
sweep you off your feet. What y'all supposed to want? Sweep you off your feet mentality.
It's a time and place for everything. So, and each lady's different because everybody's love language is different, right?
Right. But the time and the place, right?
And that too. But what we get to is why pulling away becomes attractive. So with the guy being overly anxious and showing a need, it feels a little needy. Even though in his mind he's being a man, he's showing interest. Too much interest too fast can sense like, oh, whoa, he needs something from me. She's going to pull back energetically. Energetically, she's going to pull back. Now, fast forward to Wednesday as she's on a date with Michael. Her and Michael go on this date. Michael's chill, more like Stefan back here in the background looking like, this is, I'm a winner too. So, you look nice and all that, and the conversation's good, but he's not pushing anything on her. He's not seeming like he's anxious. So when these two dates are over for the week, which guy do you think Ashley's going to be more attracted to? The guy that is pouring anything out and he's coming for quickly, forcefully? Or is it going to be the guy that's like, I'm unbothered. We went on a date. Yeah, it was nice. Okay, it was a date. It was nice. Ashley's cute.
But you still don't have dude in the back because you know what he's willing to do for you.
What?
You gonna go on dates with the dude, but you still don't have willing to do anything for you
So what we're talking about is really not that, and then that's an assumption. Again, you get with assumptions. What we're talking about is
weighing out your options.
Yeah, what we're talking about is how you become attractive by not being so aggressive and needy.
How you explained it, it seems a little. It's like it's contradictory. You want a man to pursue you to this effect, but if he does, he's clean. Okay. But the guy that's gonna play laid back, that's not needing you. You just said it. That's not needing you and wants you to match his same interests. That's who you're gonna, see how it's going and where it's gonna go.
Okay, so you got two women. You got a woman that call you 24/7. That becomes what? You're not giving her the attention that she's striving for because she's coming too forcefully. That's the nature of a human being. You don't never go. Look, the way the human structure is, we never go for what we can have. That's why people go after people that's emotionally unavailable, emotionally detached. You got a woman that's calling you. This is what science say. This is what studies say. You're functioning.
Looking after it's showing me is the woman I'm going to gravitate toward.
You think?
That's what I want.
Listen,
I don't want to play a case. I don't want to have to do that.
So what we're not talking about somebody showing interest. We're talking about the way they show interest, to what level and what speed are they showing interest. Now, this is why people get in unhealthy relationships, because they don't set boundaries and they don't even understand their own boundaries. If you went on the first date and this woman is showing, she's talking about marriage, babies, what they look like, where y'all gonna live, that is a caution flag. And this is why we get in situations again that are unhealthy, and before you know it, you in and out because you didn't check for those flags. That's why the body and the brain is automatically noticing what your conscious is not noticing. The subconscious sees it's a flag, and what its job is to do is to protect you. Therefore, it's going to be an automatic pullback. That's why you're not attracted to the woman that keep calling, what you doing? How you doing? Hi, good evening, good afternoon. I'm not even attracted to that. Does it mean I don't want a man that's attracted to me? Absolutely not. But these are two different type of attractions. And again, this is why we miss imperative signs when we initially get in a relationship. So you're going to go after the man and or woman that is being a normal pace, because it's normal to just enjoy your first date. It's normal to do first. You what?
I said I don't think that's the case. So
that's why
you said the people that we don't want is the people trying to drive down, right?
You know.
So the people that we want, if they was like the people we don't want, we wouldn't embrace that.
What? I don't think you understand. But say that again, because it's confusing. What was you saying?
You said we don't want the people that's doing all the extra, driving down, calling every day. That's
a red flag, baby. That's unhealthy.
Right.
Yeah, that's unhealthy.
So that's the only reason we don't want them is because of that?
No.
Or if it was a person we wanted doing that, would we embrace that?
If you want a chick that's calling your ass all day, all night, then you toxic and she's toxic, and y'all gonna have a toxic ass relationship, and I wish y'all toxic marriage well. Because that is toxic. That is unbalanced. It's unhealthy. And this is
about calling all day.
This is what I just said. I just broke that scenario down. That's why I said I think you didn't catch everything. So it's healthy for the guy that's just pacing himself on the first date to just enjoy the first date. That is healthy with no expectations, because it's only the first date. So the other gentleman, however, Bob on tonight is talking about love and marriage, like married with children, where they gonna live and who make what, who would move in with what. You're gonna automatically, subconsciously, that's gonna be like, whoa, little daddy, I got that now. I have a guy that texts all day, and if he ain't texting, he's calling. Like, that's unhealthy. What are you not doing all day that you're calling? Huh?
Why don't you cut it off?
That's not a question, because it's my business. But what I'm telling you is, this is a scenario. Ain't no why would I cut it off. It ain't no because I haven't cut it off. And you didn't ask how long it's been going on. And actually, it's like a scenario, what I'm saying, in the very beginning stages. So now I'm seeing, when you see these things, you notice it. What I do know is who I'm not going to be in a relationship with. That's what I do know. And it's going to be that type of relationship. Because if you're doing this to me and we're just, hey, how you doing? We talk, we conversate, etc. If I become your lady, you going to put a GPS track on my ass. You know what I mean? Unhealthy. Yeah. So what we want to do is let go of old things we were doing, old negative traits and things that we've taken on from the year before.
So are you gonna let it go?
I let everything go that does not serve my highest good. But however, do you understand why we would pick, or you should pick, the woman that is pacing herself and understands that this is just a date and that we're gonna take things at a normal, healthy pace.
That's how you can look at it as a woman, because you're just receiving. You're sitting here receiving, and it's me trying to make a first impression on you.
It's both of them.
I'm not planning to see me again.
How do you figure that? We're both making an impression on one another. In order to be in any type of relationship, both parties have to be present in the relationship. This is the misconception. You keep saying the receiver because of the woman. This is reciprocity. Reciprocity is equal give and take. You can have no healthy relationship, situationship, or anything.
Is it the reality?
Is that the reality? It should be the reality. What's your reality?
So women don't think we supposed to prove to them, sweep them off their feet before they be submissive. We supposed to provide, protect before they actually be submissive and give themselves to us.
Again,
they don't have that mentality right now.
I don't listen.
Women don't have that mentality right now.
What women I can speak for is myself and the ones that I am raising. Those are the women I can speak for.
Let the lady right now speak on it.
Whoever else I asked if she wanted to. She ain't ready to chime in yet.
I mean, I can chime in.
What's your for?
For me, it's really about the energy, how everything's gonna go on the first day. No, I do not want to talk about the kids and marriage and all that on the first date, but it does come up. Some people are interested in wanting to know what you want out in life. So like growing up, it was always a bad thing to talk about your kids and your ex and all that on the first date. Well, sometimes people want to know right then and there because they want to know if there's a problem or an issue at hand. And a lot of people, they want to know, like, if you got kids, if they hear you say you got kids, they might be ready to dip. Because even if you on your second date and they found out you got kids, that's something they might have wanted to know on the first date. But
that's a real thing too.
It's not, because I actually we
don't care about how many kids you got.
That's a lie.
A lot of men care about how many kids you got.
What are you talking about?
Listen now. It has effect on our decision of being with you. But we do not base that. I can tell a woman that I'm freshly talking to that I have 7 kids, and she would say, "Wow." If I say wow,
so she might have kids. That wow is saying.
How many kids you got? You know what that'll do for you?
If what?
What
you say?
If a woman told me how many kids she said, and I say wow to her, what would that insinuate?
You would have to be in her brain to tell what it would insinuate. Again, every individual, listen. Every individual, you keep lumping every single woman in the same category with the same mind frame, with the same steps. Again, if you said to me, I have 7 children, I'm not going to say, wow. I would say, hey, I have 6. And another woman may say, especially, you telling me what I'm going to say. I have 6 children. Well, I'm speaking on myself. What I'm showing you, Stefan, is everybody does not do the same thing. And you keep thinking everybody's doing the same thing.
Why do you think you have to teach me this?
I'll be teaching you, but I need you to listen.
He's reverting back to the fact that ain't nobody dealing with it, but that's not the case. Every person's different. Every person's mind frame is different. What you experience is what you don't always talk about. Mm-hmm. So the only reason why you're even stating that is because you experienced it. Mm-hmm. So anything that we generally talk about what a woman won't do or a man won't do is because we literally went through those steps of life with that person in a situationship, a marriage, or in just being baby daddy, baby mama. So everybody, I might go out and meet somebody today. Oh, I'm family oriented. Let's take the kids out for pizza. But then you blowing me up 99 times a day from sun up to sundown. You texting me all day. I can't get my mind straight to even do what I need to do throughout the day. I'll even text you, hey, give me a minute. I got some shit I'm going through. Stop texting me. Stop calling me right now because you're not going to get a phone call. But then I got this other person on the other end. I can go spend the night at his house. I can relax. Or you can come to my house and we can relax. But there's no involvement with you being around my kids or me being around your kids. So it's different for everybody.
And what that is that obsessive... I was going to say that obsessiveness was showing those. Remember, before you get a red flag, you get a caution flag. So what we're discussing is how you let go of those old habits and keep so you can stop attracting those old habit ways. It's called attractive energy. People are attracted to someone that is in their own frame that does not need something from them, does not need their approval. So what that is, people that say, "Hey, what you doing? You're validating them because they have not worked on themselves and their shadow side so that they can validate themselves. I validate myself. My children validate themselves. If you don't say, girl, you're doing well, you look good today, so it doesn't bother me. You know why? Because Tanya validates Tanya. I woke up today and told me I look good. I woke up today and said, girl, like you could have been and broke down. You could have been on drugs. You could be doing this, that, and the third, but you're not. I validate me. But that's why people come like that, because that's how they get their validation and their energy from you.
About the accolades. What
did we say about accolade? Hold on, we have a question, Stefan. We have a response, comment, or something.
Oh, my question is, why does that make a person needy? How about they could be just socially awkward and don't know how to carry a conversation, and that's their way of stepping out their shell?
That's why I
mean, I'm just posing the question because it's generalized the way you put it.
It said, he was asking, why is it when someone like comes like that, just, you know, kind of like overzealous on the date or whatever, why would that make them needy and not just trying to come out socially, is what I believe he said, right?
Some people are social awkward. I got a cousin like that.
Right.
Can't talk, can't do nothing, but he see somebody he like, he will approach, and when he does, he gonna talk to you, and he gonna go through a checklist.
Right.
You got kids? Right. Oh, really? How old are they? And it's not from a needy standpoint. It's just his way of making conversation.
What it is, that's his way. That is his shadow side of needing to be validated. That's that's always a shadow side, because if you got to come, if you have to come to somebody, I'm speaking in general. He asked me the question. You want to answer it? He asked me the question. You want to answer it? Because he asked me the question.
Let me speak for a man.
The question was for me, so you can if you want to go first, but you go ahead. Go ahead.
That's what I'm basically gotten to. Ain't I supposed to, you know?
Go ahead, King.
That's a good question. So, I ain't gonna go to the picture where I'm talking about marriage and none of that. But why can't you just take it as a good gesture and not be judging it as overzealous?
Okay, so you say, how can I not take it as a good gesture? So there is a moderation to everything. So depending on what the conversation is going to put you or anybody else in a certain place, right? So like you said, your cousin, he gets anxious. Like I've had boys, they like so excited that, you know, about talking to you or whatever, that they get nervous. Most of me, you know, you get somebody, but most of the time that comes from, think about it. Now this is science. This is the mind. This ain't how we emotionally feel based on our own experiences. This is from research. This is from people with degrees. This is from you having your certifications and your degrees, right? This is how the study went. Wait a minute. So most of the time, when a young man, gentleman, whatever, comes and he's presenting himself and he's going for a young lady or somebody he's attracted to, honestly, what they're thinking in their subconscious mind is, she's not gonna talk to me. She's too pretty. She's not coming. She's not coming from a place like, there's a lot of insecurities that are hidden, right? They be hidden insecurities. This is why it comes off needy, but really I use the word validation, because we're dealing with shadow sides.
You don't want me. Y'all play too much with that fact. Y'all play too much, man.
I was going to say, everybody just much. Because y'all know I'm going to say,
and grabbing all these energies of these nice people trying to impress you.
This is what we do in psychology. This is what we say with the nature of human beings. I'm sorry, what you say?
Y'all playing with people.
Who's y'all? I'm not even in a relationship, so I'm not playing with anybody. This is just I just seen it.
Are you on a dating site? Are you on a dating site?
I was.
Okay, on that dating site, you get precise all the way down to the nitty gritty, right? You see those people on there, I don't want no time for games, I don't want to be in the threesome, I don't want to be. You're precise about this. Your goal is marriage. So why wouldn't that man come in talking to you about marriage? Why are you?
Because he might not be your husband.
Right, just
going on date with a whole lot of people you really don't like. If you like that person, that
how do you know you like them online?
Will be accepted, because the people we want, we're gonna want them to be like that.
Personally, I don't go into anything thinking about.
I'm
going in just, maybe we building a relationship for friends or business, any type of thing can come out of it. So I don't go into this thinking about, I'm going to be with you, married.
Right.
Let's just get to know
now listen,
hang out. This is, figure it out.
That's what I'm saying. My cousin, he's a computer geek.
I can't hear him.
Okay, he said he can't hear y'all, so y'all might want to speak. Y'all kind of yell.
Okay, like my cousin, he's a computer geek. He don't know. He's just a socially awkward person. So he has parameters in place to help him be able to conversate when he out, because other than that, he talks computers. He could be on a date with you and talk nothing but computers if he don't check himself and be like, hey, what's going on in your life?
Yeah, because he doesn't really get that much like
that,
pretty much like conversation
social
time with people.
He's not able to. I think men step on. It's his cousin. It's one of the gentleman's cousins, Slim's cousin, right? And he was talking about.
He's not very social.
Yeah, right. He's like a tech geek. Like he does. That's his life.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean?
Inbox and text people,
I'm talking about computer.
No, he's just a computer guy. Like A+. And he doesn't. That's his life. Is computers and that type thing. So what happens is. This is why, and I think we kind of touched some on that when you were saying you didn't really have like friends like that. This is why we have to know how imperative it is to balance our lives. You have to have a healthy amount of balance. Live, work, play, family, personal, social, friends, love, sex, like money. All this has to be balanced. Because if not, then you got to try to do a self-evaluation. And that's what he's doing. He is actually validating his mindset because he's not accustomed to going out. And it's normal for you. Hear me out. That's why you and I can dialogue. Because you do what?
I'm versatile.
You act right.
I do this.
Versatile is another word for versatile is what? Balance. Balance. So when somebody is not completely balanced in one field or thing or another, they come out. There's no way you can confidently step out in something you don't know. You're not. The mind is not going to allow you to do that. The psyche's not going to allow you to do
that. So ain't no balance.
Do what? Excuse me?
I can't step over in a woman's realm, and I can't speak for a woman, so there ain't no balance in that. What am I going to be halfway? I can't be. I'm gonna be all the way.
That's why I said what I said.
We're talking about balanced life.
Only understand your life to be able to talk
from
like
where
that.
They come from.
And some people, like she gave both of the scenarios earlier. One guy is more vocal, the other guy's more laid back. So his mindset is for him to be vocal, but he's not thinking of the right things to say. He wants to know just flat out personal because he doesn't know what book you like to read, what movie you want to go see. Do you like any sports? Like
so that's what me and Tanya argued about last night, all night. So I'm saying, why are y'all going on dates without talking to these people first?
It's not even about talking to them.
It is about that. Quit telling me what it's not about. You're going to
make the Capricorn come out of me, sir. You are gonna, yes sir. You are gonna make the Capricorn come out of me.
Y'all trying to change things.
No. Not changing anything.
Everybody has different perspectives on what they doing in life and how they moving in life. So everybody in this room and you on this TV, everybody has said a different scenario on different aspects and different points of what they have saw and what they have learned. So if you know you have saw and you have figured that out, then it's up to you of how you gonna move next. So even if you did make the mistake or did not make the mistake and y'all talk about it on the first date, then the second day you talk about something different. Don't talk about your kids. Don't talk about marriage. Don't talk about your career. Your 3-year plan.
I just said I want to understand the steps of dating and getting to know somebody. So I want to know. Before I ask a woman on a date, I'm not going to talk to her on the phone consistently.
Nobody said nobody. Sometimes they do. It just depends on the dynamics. Listen to this. Let me give you. It's not a yes or no answer. Listen, this is.
Know how it goes, so I know.
Okay, Stefan. Listen to what we're telling you. You're not picking up what everybody's saying. What we're saying is everybody moves at their own pace, their own style, their own way, right? There is no right or wrong way. This is why I'm saying it when it comes to dating, relationship, or whatever, because my dating could be okay. There's sometimes, let's say when you're online, right? There would be a guy, they reach out and say, hey, this is what I like to do. I want to have 3 conversations, then I want a video chat. Within 2 weeks, we should be on a date. Then I might talk to John and John say, hey, I'm already feeling your energy that we didn't text. Hey, can we meet tomorrow? And all these things are based on if I'm comfortable with her, each one of these situations. Everybody's dating step. This one said last night, there's no right or wrong way. Huh?
Since y'all wanted to begin and basically stay a friendship stage,
that's not what nobody said. That's not what anybody said, but
It's how you handle yourself when you're on the first date. That's all.
Right. We ain't even talking about nothing
past going, getting married, nothing.
Okay.
It's just how you handle yourself and how the conversation flows. If y'all connect. If y'all don't, y'all don't. It's literally just going in there with your own energy and being your own person.
Yeah, but you don't want an energy that is overzealous. Is that what you're saying?
No, the human psyche, it's not what we're saying. Like, it's first of all, unhealthy. Listen, you don't want an unhealthy relationship, Stefan. This is why we're here. Because you have unhealthy relationships. You're getting unhealthy relationships because what do you mean who? The single person, the owl on the other side. Who?
How does it get about me? I'm not having no unhealthy relationship.
Do you have a relationship?
Yes.
You lying. Question number 1 from the network.
I'm not in a relationship, but I have a relationship with someone.
Then that's not a relationship. That's not reciprocity.
That's relationship.
No, I'm not in a relationship.
Okay, so you got problems too.
I don't have problems. When I have problems, but what I want, okay. Listen.
Don't think no sneeze because you can't.
We got a comment.
So you got Stacy Nanny Diva Licious.
Hey Stacy, Delicious.
She said, right, we're all so different according to our experiences.
Exactly. And except for Stacy, our wonderful guest doesn't want to face up to his experiences because
woman, I think
amazing. No, I'm telling Stacy. Yeah, so like everybody doesn't want to, he don't want to deal with his experiences, but it's okay. Question number 1, Stefan, how do you leave all of your past relationship issues of 2021 in 2021? That came from DOE TV Network.
I just let it be what it was. I can't, like you just said, I can't carry that into my future. Whatever was hindering me, whatever was slowing me down, whatever was a dead weight is not what I want to carry into my new year or into my life. I'm cutting them off. The ones that just want to text and shit, inbox, hey, how you doing? Every 2 days, you gone.
Absolutely.
They see I got COVID, now you know how you been. You ain't actually called and made an effort or none of that. You're gone. Get on out of here. Stop playing with me in my life.
Right.
My time is valuable. I'm not going on dates with everybody. You got to be special. I'm not taking any and everybody on no dates and passing up my time going in public with just no anybody. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but that's how I feel about it. I need to talk to you for a little bit consistently.
So you want to be friends?
Right?
I'm just hitting you with the reverse psychology. So you want to be friends because this is the thing.
That's
no. Let me. That's not what I want. So you just no. What you said was, I'm not going on dates. I'm gonna talk to you for a while. You know what I mean? I gotta get to know you consistently. That is no different. That's no different from you saying that we need to face ourselves. No different.
So y'all don't use that in a protective mode. Can you allow any man to come pick you up at your house?
We're not talking about picking us up in our personal space. We're talking about conversation. We got a question. Hold on, Stefan.
That's how I'm supposed to go. When I take you on a date, I'm supposed to come pick you up.
You ain't supposed to do shit but stay black and not come to my house.
So
the question. We got comments, Stefan.
So I think the confusion is coming down.
You asked me a question, didn't let me answer it.
You did, but we got a comment. Somebody's commenting.
Go ahead.
I think the confusion is people's perceptions. Because the way he's talking, Stefan, he's talking traditional courtship.
She lying.
That's how traditional Christians.
Last night he wasn't
like ladies. They ain't ladies no more.
Who's not ladies no more? He got shadow side issues.
Ain't nothing traditional about him. Yeah.
But that's traditional.
Let's go back to God.
Wait a minute, he's still speaking, sir. Wait a minute, Stefan. He's on your side, actually.
Well, actually, I'm not. I'm not on neither one of y'all side because.
I heard it sound like he was on your side, Stefan.
No, I'm just saying because
the truth. The truth don't change.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying because I was raised by my grandparents, so I used to hear them talking about courtship, and that's the way that they did it. So he's looking at it from a mature perspective. You're looking at it from a more modernistic perspective. People in today's
don't get cussed out because that's not what it is.
People in today's society has gone through a mindset shift to where they no longer need the courtship like that. They no longer need the late night phone calls, 2 or 3 calls in a week or whatsoever and all that. They just want to say, hey, what's cracking? You good today? All right, then I'm going to holler at you, catch me on the rebound, and keep on going. So, by my perception, both of y'all are on the same page. Both of y'all are speaking right. It just depends on who you're talking about.
And then let's talk about that. And then, okay, so what we're saying, and Stefan get it, like we know it sound good. That's why I say when people be, it sound good. I'm gonna be super transparent 100% of the time. So what I'm saying, where I'm speaking from, is not saying that I don't do the traditional way. That's why my kids are not, nobody is just laid up, booed up, because that we still use those old values. However, like last night, we have to understand evolution and the cycle of life. So even though I would love, wait a minute, excuse me. Even though I would like to always move that way, how many of us are really moving that way, right? Now I'm out here getting a counterpart. What I'm saying is I'm being realistic because this is what's going on right now. This is exactly what you said. How I'm explaining it's really what is going on. This is why it's perplexing for us that would be in the traditional era to move. Now me, I'll date you and see you. Now I can do what I want to. Really, I can be traditional today and modern tomorrow. I mean, you can kind of do what you want. There's no right. There's no right or wrong. No, it's the same. It's the same thing that's on your shirt. It's the step on. It's the same thing that's on your shirt. It's the reality of what's going on in the world. The reality is, listen. Let me tell you. There's no right or wrong when you're not. There's nothing.
As hell, you cannot do the same thing this generation is doing. You're conforming.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. That's not what I said.
That's what you're saying.
That's not. Okay, so
young niggas do just because that's what.
Okay.
No. I still have moral principles and values because of my age. I don't conform to them.
Stefan, because we got a comment, but hold on. Let me, because I know you got a good one. Stefan, again, let's do track record. How many times the instance goes that doesn't mean this is how I live my own life. What it means is you need to face reality and get your head out of the sand, because this is the reality of what the dating game looks like, whether you like it or not. Secondly, Stefan, how many times have you been married?
Never.
Stefan, how many times have I been married?
I don't know, once, twice?
One time. 16 and a half years. So I'm very traditional. So again, my track record is different from the way reality is moving. It was fun and dandy when the Jacksons was flying cars when we was kids. We was looking forward to it, and the bullshit and the internet dating and the working from home and the going to school from home with the boss yelling and the workout fitness. All of that was cool. But now that this is our reality, people like you ain't cool with it. We got a comment. Go ahead, boo.
Yeah, so I'm 28. So
okay, he's a gentleman speaking is 28.
I'm 28, and I get what you're saying, but I was raised by my grandparents as well, so I take down the tradition as well. But being realistic in the time that we in, it's just not gonna go like that. Like, it's
Exactly.
just not going. Like, and I'm living in the generation now that what you're talking about. So of course I want those things, but being realistic, it just don't flow like that all the time. But you eventually find it. You gotta,
you gotta go with the flow.
Like,
you know what I mean?
You gotta go with the flow.
No, you don't.
How come you
gotta
don't?
go with the flow.
No, you don't.
What are you gonna do? Do what you're doing now.
We did hard.
It's a part of me now. It's a part of me. It's a part of me. Like I'm not.
Y'all willing to do that.
What? You are a female basher. You have an issue with women. You have a past trauma issue.
A lot of past.
Everything is women. These are men. These are men talking to you.
And we only 2-3 years apart, so we both have the same issues.
And won't agree with. But the fact is, y'all can get a man but can't keep him.
Who can get a man but can't keep him? Did you not just IE? La'Tanya Moore-Newsome. Let's break this down. This is why. So
I'm speaking to the masses that I heard.
Who the masses?
Masculine energy.
Okay, let me tell you something. Because even my neighbor told me, he was like, I gotta look at you and see if I can even say something to you. And then look at myself and see if I can even be the person that can even come and approach you. He said, I can tell that you got femininity and masculinity. Have you said masculinity? And I was like, yeah, but I don't show that all the time. The only time I show that is when I have to put that forward, when the grass need to be cut, because I'm single and I either got to do it by myself or call somebody to do it.
He didn't say nothing wrong. What are you talking? You're not listening.
He didn't say anything wrong, and I don't never carry an attitude with me. As a woman, I've never got up every day and just be mad for no reason and point my fingers and, oh, he's doing this. I'm not even that type of woman. Even that about to be 31 next week, I'm not that type of woman. I will give you more submissive than anything, and you can be dogging me and all of that, and I'm still going to smile. So
everything. Your nature as a woman, you're not gonna reciprocate that energy and go cheat on him too.
No, because every woman does not play these type of games. I grew up in a household with 2 parents.
He's listened to what she said.
So I never saw them cheating on each other. I never saw them fighting with each other. I never saw you got this girl, this doing that dude. First of all, my mama was not even playing that shit. So it being single for 5 years because I was with somebody who did not deserve me. A lot of women are single till this day, even in their 20s. Even in their 20s.
You gotta listen to everything.
A lot of women are single right now. Does have nothing to even do with a man. It has to do with they have to be ready within themselves. They have to. I took this last 5 years to be single because I've been in a relationship off and on. Both of my kids' daddy, I've been knowing them since I was 12 and shit like that. So when we grew up and got older, we started having kids with each other. Even at a young age, I never took the time for myself. So here it is, I'm about to be 31. I took these last 5 years for Ashley. So that way when I do get in a relationship, that I won't be all acting all manly. I know how to calm it down and all that. But because I've never was taught to do that, I'm not even going to act like that anyways. I'm going to act like a woman. And when it's time to buck up, I'm going to buck up. But until it's time, then there's no need for me to do all of that. A lot of women do it because they feel like that's what they have to do because they see it on TV with this female right.
We're not talking about right or wrong. We're talking about it's right. Okay, this is listen. There's no such thing. Listen to the state. You keep saying, is this right? Is this wrong? Let me tell you how you solidify that, Stephon. I'm going to answer the question. What's right and what's wrong?
If I'm telling you my experience,
we know
I make an honest effort to meet a woman, several women, and they all, and she just said, most of them have the same mindsets.
And it's the women that you attract. That's the women that you and or somebody else.
All ain't nothing.
Right. Okay, the gentleman exactly. Just like
like we said, the way we
listen to him.
You might need to change something up and just relax and just be cool.
I keep telling you that.
That's it.
That's coming from a man right now. You keep worried about the wrong things. Is this right? Is this wrong? This is what.
It's called accountability.
Accountability for yourself. But this ain't right. But that's not accountability, Stephon. Listen. So what you're saying is you like, okay, is it right or is this wrong? You gotta understand everybody's conscious level is where they're at. And your conscious level right now, you are absolutely right. And there's nothing wrong with that. This is Stephon's conscious level. And Tanya's conscious level, I'm right. This is where I'm at in my subconscious. So you got to understand, you got to either meet them people where they at and accept them for who they are, like I'm accepting you for who you are, or either get out of their damn way. Yeah. Because what you have to understand is, you're not in a covenant with no woman that you done slept with, came over, hung out with, dated, talked to, whomever. She owes you nothing. Understand that. Nobody owes us anything until we get into a covenant. We can get in a relationship right now and you can walk out on me 7 months later, living together, about to close on a mortgage or whatever, and is it right? In my subconscious mind, it's not. Is it righteous? Absolutely, because we have no covenant together. You actually can do as you please. You're only responsible for you until you're not. And what we don't like is we don't like to really face the truth of things. If you get ghosted, if somebody's dating you for a couple months and they ghost you, it hurts. It don't feel good, but it ain't wrong. It's not right. They don't owe you anything. And we have to understand that. And when you take the on out, because see, at this point, when you start thinking somebody owe you something in a relationship, you now have matched that up with a spiritual covenant. These two are not the same. The only person owes any accountability to you is your husband and or wife. Period. Yeah. You can't merge the two. And this is why we play house so damn much. And we get in situations.
That's the reality. We still do everything outside of what you're talking about.
Okay, because you get to. The reality is everybody gets to do what they want to, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can only take accountability and responsibility for your own actions, nobody else's. Now, can we think the way we want to think? Absolutely. We all are here thinking different ways. And we are right because it's our own subconscious way that we're thinking. There's no right or wrong until you're in a covenant with somebody. That's why people ain't supposed to be having sex or maybe dating until they're married.
We got two comments.
God is still right on the inside of you.
No, you have free will. No, God did not distill right and wrong yourself. It's called free will.
After 7 months, when people make those kind of decisions for themselves, is that selfish? Was they thinking about the person they actually did all this with?
Does that matter?
Listen, stuff like that, you just have to agree to disagree.
And keep it moving.
It's really about how
you can't change. Okay, what can you do about it? This is what exactly. You just said, what can you do about somebody making their own decision for their own personal self? Whether right or wrong, what can we do, guys? Like we playing around. And one thing I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna play. It's not. It's not right. If we looking at it like, well, you hurt me. If hurting somebody's not right, the way you raised, morally it's not right. However, you have nothing. There's nothing you can do about somebody making a decision for themselves. So why is you up in the uproar about it? You accept it, keep it moving, learn the lesson, and don't get your ass back in it again. It ain't hard. Go ahead, man. We got 4 comments, Stephon.
Go ahead.
I disagree with you.
I'm sure you do.
On 2 points.
I'm okay with that.
If you've been kicking it with somebody and you get ghosted, yeah, you're owed nothing but a level of respect. Because if you give them respect, you can demand respect because you deserve respect. That's how you earn respect, by giving it first. That's why when you meet people in public, you say, "Hi, how you doing?" You open up the door for people, or you hold the door for people, because it's a level of mutual respect. And then that way you can stand on something and demand it when it's out of line. So if I've been dating somebody and I get ghosted, then I'm gonna feel disrespected. Now, am I gonna follow up on it with some emotional rant or whatsoever? I'm grown. I'm too grown for that. But if I see you in public, I'm gonna let you know that you cut yourself off at the knees because in the bottom line, you got disrespectful and that was dead wrong. Instead of doing that, you could maintain a friendship and be like, look, I just don't think me and you the right vibe for each other, and we could have kept on moving. The second point that I disagree with you on is the simple fact that everybody's mind frame operates according to whatever this scientific study is, because I guarantee you, each one of them people, regardless of how alike they were in that group for the study, everybody's process to get to that point is different. Some people might have been abused as a child. Some people may have been neglected as a child. Some people may have overcome some other issues in order to get to that point. But at the end of the day, nobody gets to the same place through the same route. Nobody does. Right. So your mental processing is completely different. So that's why generalized studies like that, I kind of like.
So that's what I'm saying. The first time I say it all sounds good.
Oh no!
And I say this is why I'm not step out. Wait a minute. I gotta respond, babe. Hold on. And I say that respectfully, and I say it sounds good because again, we're dealing with right and righteous, right?
No.
We are. This is. I'm telling you. This is why. Step out. Wait a minute. This is why I say right, because what you're saying is because we date, or you date someone and they ghost you, however long the term or not, that they owe you a level of respect.
No, that's what I'm saying. If I've met you and I've been social with you and I've given you respect out the gate, then regardless of the dating, I'm owed respect. I don't care. We never went on the date.
Listen, but you got ghosted, so there was some form of us communicating, trying to work on something, right? Scenario, right? Yeah. So you said it's not right for them to just disappear.
I'm not saying that it's not right because, like you said, it may be right for them, but it's
right. I'm getting to that point. You said that you were owed a level of respect because you was given the respect.
Exactly.
And if I see you in public, I'm gonna let you know. Woo woo woo. And the reason why I said it sounds good, because it's right now, that's how the average, all of us would think. I'm not saying that I disagree with you. What I need people to understand is, like you just said with the second scenario, and it wasn't just the generalized studies, it's you're going through and learning, and this is what I do, I coach. Like, I don't just make this up, you know what I mean? And from our own experiences, nobody travels the same pathway to get to anything, but that wasn't what we was discussing. The path that got them to where we at, what we was discussing is where they're at. We didn't talk about how they got there, because we know, all of us, no you don't, because everybody is getting to their path. You can't talk, how can you talk about other people's path? Only person can talk about their path is that person. I can't tell Slim about his path to get to where only Slim can do that. Only DJ can do that. Only we can do that. So see this. Wait a minute. What matters is what you do and what path. Stefan, what matters is what you do in your life on your path. What I do on my life and my path is none of your concern, because I'm not you. And this is where we get messed up. We too busy being in everybody else's business, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's go back to the ghosting. You can approach that person, because you would. Some of us, depending on who we are, some people might pass them up or not. However, what we're missing is, what did it change? Nothing. What can you do? Nothing. That person did not. This is why I say it sounds good, because we set that tone. How many people have you crossed? We can say, even with racism, that we've given respect, and respect was never given back. They're not obligated to this. This is the way we set our own mindset up. I'm good to you, so you gotta be good to me. I'm giving you respect, you gotta give me respect. I'm giving you love, you gotta give. I don't have to do anything. And people don't want to hear that, because it sounds harsh, but it's the truth. I'm not, and I don't owe a man nothing. My husband is in a mausoleum. I don't owe no man anything. Until I become a wife, I don't owe a man anything. Until a man is my husband, he don't owe me anything. However, if he's raised with values, morals, respect, love, integrity, and character, then he's gonna display these things. But if we're being real, we don't owe each other anything. DJ, what was your and that we really don't. It's not a problem. That's the truth. That's the reality of it.
In this generation, there is no respect, no consideration.
That's not everybody. That's not everybody.
The ones that you see.
Right, that's not everybody.
Because the people that I hang out with, we very, very much very respectful.
What about
what is that age group going through right now?
My nieces,
hold on.
My nieces and nephews are 5 and 6. They at home playing PlayStations and Xboxes. So, and my teenage
18-year-old can tell you if he's going through anything. There's an 18-year-old in here. You want to ask him, and he's a gentleman. You can ask him, what are you going through in his day era? Is that what you want to know, Stefan? Huh?
What's going on as far as him? How he view women this day and age, what his look on marriage and relationships,
Speak loud.
and this is observation of being a young man seeing this big old world and social media. What are women? What is his view on all that and the women he sees? Are they good options?
I mean, it's all about who you talk to and like. About that person, it's all about who you choosing. And about the social media part, I think it's like, or about women, it's like mostly that men cheat and women don't cheat. So that's the modern day like problem is like trust, as of right now.
What's your views on marriage?
Nothing right now. I just gotta find the right one before I be worried about marriage. Like, relationship wise.
Do you think women?
What you say?
Do you think women?
The over sexualizing of the social media and
Why is he such a
stuff that women do? Does that make it hard for you to choose a mate at your age? You want your girl to be on Snapchat? You know what I'm saying? Her little stuff type of deal.
I mean. Again, it's all about like who you pick. If you gotta choose a woman that doesn't do all that, or choose a woman that do all that.
If you like it, you
like it. If you like it, you like it. Now, and let's go back to this, because again, all I hear is women from you, Stefan. But when I open because that's been no situation. It's not only women on social media doing that. They got bedroom men. These men are all over social media all over social media.
Me that. Why do you feel you have to tell me the reality?
Because you telling us right? Because you keep telling us the reality of women. So if you keep speaking on the fact of what women do,
I think sometimes
I'm listening.
Sexualized on social media.
Men, everybody else sexualized on social media. They got Mr. Chocolate. They got Mr. XXX.
Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no?
The men wanna answer the question. Right.
What was the question?
Is social media so full of women over sexualizing themselves that won't respect?
That won't.
Hold on. I think social media is oversaturated with people in general, men and women, over-sexualizing themselves. Because right now, you got like she was saying earlier, you got men sitting up here following themselves on IG Live and everything to sit up there and get shit. And it's younger men, it's younger generations, it's this new wave or whatsoever.
And some of them are my age, for sure.
You got a handful that's a little bit older that think they still could be young.
Men ain't becoming famous because of their body.
Boy, get out of here!
What you say?
Get out of here! I do not see any famous because I was
a movie star, right?
you're a man, you're a woman basher. You have mommy issues. I'm sorry.
No. I'm telling you what it is.
Everything is with men. I can tell you by the name. They so popular. I don't even be on their pages. They so popular. name. Mr. 3000 for one. Then you got all the bedroom candy men. You got the beard gang men. I ran into one of these customers just from a beard at home. Stop doing this to women. This is why you're going to have women issues with women because of the energy you pulling out. What question we got?
Oh, over here?
What question we got? We have questions, I know. A whole lot. Go to them. I'm sorry. Get the ones online.
Oh, okay.
Now, what I'm going to say is this right here.
Now I got
he talks like my dad and granddad. My pops used to have this saying that between a man and a woman, you could put both of them on the corner butt naked. The woman get picked up before the man will. Because that's the society that we in. So that's the perspective that I feel like he's approaching.
He is a woman basher. Everything
I'm
telling you, he's got unresolved. You've never, nobody has sat here and can say you heard me bash a man. That's not even my platform. You're a female basher. Everything you're saying is derogatory and belittling to women. And yes, I'm going to say something. If I was a man, the truth is you're a woman basher. That's the truth. The reality is you have when a woman has hurt you and you have not dealt with that trauma. And until you deal with that trauma from your hurt, you're going to come at women like this. That's why women are not attracted to you like that.
Even when that man said he disagreed with you and told you why, you still did not accept that man.
Well, I can't. What do you? I didn't accept. Did I not say I didn't disagree? Even when he said it, I didn't say that. Now listen, his opinion is his opinion. So what you saying, Stefan, is because he's a man that he has opinion, which is very valid. Everybody's opinion in there is valid, even yours. However, that does not make me say because he has opinion that I automatically agree with his opinion. What I'm standing firm on is my studies, my training, and my own opinion because I don't need to be validated. And your issue is, listen, go ahead. So we got a question. Nobody said the opinion didn't matter.
I'm just trying to figure out what's your overall issue.
Right.
What's your overall issue with women right now?
And that's from a man. Let him ask it. Because now you know I'm not tripping.
Because me and my friends, we have conversation, and a lot of times we blame men for the reason why how women act nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't step up. Some men be lazy. They don't accept their responsibilities, not accountable. Like and it damage women. That's why women sometimes we have people like she's bitter. She's bitter because of a man. To be honest with you, it could have happened because of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out your issue though.
Because do you see what I'm saying?
I was about to say the only reason why
because they got issues.
Right, and then on top of that, the only reason why we're rejecting.
Who hurt you is all I'm saying. I will come and get them. Who hurt my friend? You've been hurt.
Let me chime in right here. I'm gonna say this. I don't know whether or not he been hurt. Wait a minute, Paul. I don't know whether or not he been hurt.
I don't know hurt.
Hold on.
What? That's a hurt person would say that. That's a hurt person's response.
If I do it for me, and to make sure that nobody get over me, then you can't say
there's nobody that has not encountered. Okay, so what you're saying is no, you've never been hurt in your life. You. This is what you're saying. No, so let's say that. Let's say that. Stop saying you haven't been hurt because it's manifesting in your words. It's manifesting in your words. A man just asked you what your problem was.
What's the problem?
What's the problem?
Back collecting data and you're trying to say I can't do the same thing.
What I'm saying is no, you're denying. You're trying to tell me that I didn't tell them that. Like basically, I told them they had no opinions, and I never do that to anybody.
Hold on,
I never said that.
Let me just chime in right here.
Yeah, we got a comment.
You didn't accept it.
I didn't. What do you mean I didn't accept it? It's his opinion.
You made your point.
When you go back and look at this show, you're gonna see that
I don't need. I have a vivid memory.
But this is my point. Whether he's been hurt or not, that doesn't matter. I think. Hold on, listen to me. I think his standpoint comes from a generalized social perspective from men that age because of the simple fact that when we go to the barbershops and when we're around the homies and everything, we hear about the same way you got your study. Our study comes from socializing. Our studies is we hear our homies that have been hurt. We didn't hear the shit that they want me to put them through. We didn't hear the hardship of them working hard, them attempting to provide, and whatsoever else. And we can relate to it because we as men can sit down and say, well, I done went through that. I done been played. But not everybody sits down and
go against them.
Boy,
hold on.
See,
everybody
not everybody sits down and puts life into perspective to sit down and separate themselves from what everybody else is going through. So at the end of the day, you got your study, and he's speaking from a life experience perspective.
And we're both speaking from a life experience perspective.
Hold on, I'm talking about you. You made your
that was something. Shut up, Stefan.
Paul, you made your footnote at the beginning that you
be quiet. I can't
this
hear you.
off of a study.
That was a whole different subject.
But still, I'm going off of that because that's how this whole conversation got started. You said, based on the study, when you opened up this whole interview, you said studies have shown that this, and this. And so all I'm saying is in correlation, in association, whether he's been hurt or not, he may very well have been hurt. But I have heard this same conversation from men that I know have been happily married for 35, 40 years.
Okay. Now, because I know you have to say because you sit there back. No, this is what I'm saying.
We're being rejective to what he is saying because we're not the type of women that he's talking about. So that's why everything that he says we're combative about because he's.
I mean, I understand.
No, I'm just going back because I never got to say that before.
Me and Tanya argued last night, and Tanya said, I feel like I have to take up for them. And you do not.
Don't tell me what I have to do. You can't tell. Everybody's held accountable. You're not even holding. You hold yourself accountable because you've been sick. Listen, don't listen. You know why I have to take up for the women that you're bashing? Because you're bashing them. You've been belittling women the whole show. And you don't even know the pretense, the platform of this show. No, you're speaking from your own perspective. You're speaking from Stefan's perspective, not a man's perspective. That is Steph. Is he speaking for you?
Nah, he sound like the bitter man.
Okay, did you hear that? Exactly. Listen, so we could.
I tried to tell them they was out here. They don't believe me. Just like
he is bitter. This is what I'm saying. So listen, I don't know how many people we gonna keep it all the way 100, and even addressing what Slim said because. Based on how people are brought up and learn behaviors, they're going to only understand certain things at a certain level from a certain perspective.
True.
There's no way that you can be a healthy human being and not deal with things that has happened in your past. You can mask it, you can walk over it, you can act like it does not exist. And one day it's going to rear its head because that is the mechanism of the brain. So, because he clearly has a past trauma with a woman that he has not, again, clearly he has an issue with women, and that's why there's not one good thing he said about a woman this whole show. He has not said one polite thing other than hello, Tanya. He has not said one good thing. Tell me one thing, right? Tell me one thing you've heard me say wrong about a man, because you got to understand again, everybody's character is going to show who they really are. I'm a 16 and a half year married widow. So my respect for the black man is not only very present, it's imperative. I live and breathe from the value and the essence of a man. So don't sit here and tell me that I have no respect for a man. And this is for every single man that was born and created as a man. So understand and do your research on me. I can tell you that you're displaying all the traits of a woman. You speaking and you're showing us. You're showing us. What do you have good to say about a woman? You said nothing good about a woman the whole time.
Thank you.
You ain't even said I love my mama. Question 2. Step on. How do you change your mind? Question 2. How do you change your mindset from 2021 to move forward in 2022?
Remember, I had already said that time.
You excuse me? What you say?
No, I had already answered that one.
No, it's no. This is the second question. He wrote, how do you change your mindset from 2021 to move forward in 2022?
Take your advice and the advice you gave me last night and have no expectations on things.
Okay.
Like he said, we be expecting the same respect. We be expecting the same effort. We be expecting the same shit in return. But that never happened, so I'm not putting no expectations on it. And I thank you for the advice, Carmen.
You're welcome. I appreciate you for acknowledging that and thanking me for that. I got you. I got your back.
You don't need to take that back right now. You don't need to take it back right now.
Actually, okay. You got women issues, okay?
You
got women issues. I can't lie. No.
I got women issues. Y'all ain't nothing.
Oh!
It ain't my fault.
What?
Y'all
okay.
Shit. I'm sorry.
Question 2. Wait a minute. We're going to get back to that. How do you change your mindset from 2021 to move forward in 2022, Ashley?
It ain't really too much for me about changing my mindset. It was really more so just changing me and not worried about the same stuff that I was worried about before. And also, together with changing the mindset, like doing different stuff, not worried about the same thing, actually putting my foot down to change my mindset, not thinking about the same stuff and doing the same stuff. I'm actually working on that right now.
Good. First week.
So what good. What actionable plans do you have in place to accomplish that?
Being like, I've never was a big procrastinator, but I have been lately because I got comfortable with being a stay-at-home mom and then just doing business endeavors with mama. So that's what I'm trying to get back in my groove and Ashley's groove. So that's pretty much what I do. And then like I said last time, music and writing, those are the only things that really help me because outside of mom, I ain't really got nobody to talk to. So to keep me from holding all that in, I have to actually write it down on paper and actually say it to myself. Like I have sticky notes in my bathroom and everything. So that way I can remind myself this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
You write music? Good.
No, but I have wrote some poems, plenty of poems.
That's music.
That's just music without a beat.
Right. So that's good, Ashley. That's good, Stephon. So how do I change my mindset? How am I? Because we're currently in it. Changing my mindset from 2020 to 2021. The steps I take daily actually to implement my self-growth, my mental growth, my spiritual, physical growth. I do meditations. I do rituals. I'm always very conscious of what I put I'm feeding into my mindset. So I do lectures, Alan Watts, Napoleon Hill. I'm doing a lot of Franciscan Scovich. We're doing a lot of, there's gurus. There's a lot of things that if it does not serve my highest good, I'm more consciously aware daily of my higher self. And with that being said, what I realize is I have to set more boundaries, which is why I let go of feeling bad about setting boundaries, because I used to be a person that, because of my character and my creation and my placement in the astrology world and things like that, I'm a healer, I'm a giver, I'm a gifter, I'm a lover. Like, I don't like to say no. I want to find the answer for everybody, for everything. However, what I do is now that takes away from me. And that's why people say, I'm wearing I'm wearing myself thin. I don't got no energy for myself. The first thing we have to do is be mindful that we owe ourselves that validation and that value and that love and that care and that support and those yeses before anything else outside of us. So when you put boundaries, when you don't know, if you don't have this is why, like things like that. The old me, like years back me, would give him the business. I'm just gonna say it. But because I understand that this is why. The reason I'm saying I did let you speak. The reason I say that now, the difference is what you have to understand is what we was talking about how we personally feel somebody in the world owes us something. You can easily tell your kid, I bought you a idea, but I don't owe you anything. But you can't say that to somebody else. No, I owe you nothing. You owe me nothing. And once we understand that we can only control ourselves, then we can maneuver through this world without foolishness bothering you or being brought down to somebody else's lower vibration. That's why a lot of things don't bother me. I can have a penny in my pocket and nothing else, and I'm going to smile and you'll never know I only have a penny in my pocket, because I understand the value is not even in monetary gifts. The value comes in my mind, my wisdom, and me waking up showing gratitude that I was able to breathe. So I think of things on a whole different level than what I did, times ago and years ago, and it opens plenty of doors for me. Plenty of doors. Okay, question?
No, you got a comment.
Comment? Yeah.
Champ Lopez.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all really be thinking dudes be hurt after a relationship?
What?
I thought dudes just be moving on unfazed. It be females that move forward emotionally scared. I'm just saying.
Okay, time out. A man. Okay.
Man, men nowadays are so emotional. Oh my God.
Hey, yes, they are.
He's pressed.
He said
he's getting old and running out of time.
Who said that? They said that about you?
He said that about me. She said he's pressed that he's getting old and running out of time.
Hey, okay. Say what you said. Champ Lopez, this is a reply from another man to you. What did it say?
Good.
Men are too emotional nowadays, man. Like I think that's just what it is. Like I
no more.
Do you think that's the fault of society, though?
Yeah,
I mean, like as men, I think as men nowadays.
Wait a minute, step Wait a minute.
I'm a man's man.
You consider hurt because you hurt. That ain't got nothing to do with if you're a man or not. What are you?
The first step is accept.
You don't carry emotions on my sleeve. We're not hurt by the last relationship.
Oh my God!
Knock down my wall.
Sorry, I'm gonna let another man, cause he never says nothing when the other man say something. But say it.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, like until you accept that you hurt, you have to accept it. And then figure out your solution to solve it. How you gonna recover from that?
However.
But yeah, men nowadays are too emotional.
Yeah, the man that convert over to the, what the women want. They control a whole lot of.
Okay, we got another man. We got another man here that said something that he been on y'all kind of really,
I ain't been on nobody's side.
Ain't nobody on my side. There's a reason why my brand is called reality. I really live in it.
Your ass, you living in the reality of the Wizard of Oz. You living in the reality of the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy. Look, step back, click your heels 3 times and wake up.
I think you go on dates just to start something.
I do too. He said he think you go on dates just to start something.
But to backpedal off of that topic.
Hold on, let me come over here now.
What?
They still with their ex. They just come over here and get what they want.
So you are devaluing yourself. But the women do it though.
But I'm going to make this comment real quick.
Y'all dictate everything.
Men today.
No, we don't.
You fresh out of a relationship. He better not see you out on no dates.
Men
so you gonna come over here. You gonna chill with me. You gonna do what you want to do.
Cotton balls.
You heard
that? That's the date. That's the date.
And I personally feel like
Did you hear what he said, Stephon? I don't think you heard.
Men today are as soft as whipped cream on cotton balls. Because society for so many years has said that the way that a man was toxic. So yeah, a lot of men are weak and soft nowadays because we were told that we were toxic. Me, unfortunately, I'm still a dick. So at the end of the day, y'all can call me toxic all you want. I'm gonna stand on what I stand on. But the bottom line is this right here. I show emotions when I need to show emotional support. If you're in tears and it's a situation that I can empathize with, I might be in tears with you. But at the end of the day, society and the social construct that has come about has really, really softened men. And I think that's why we got a lot of gays out here too. Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie, because some of them don't understand what manhood is and what they supposed to be as a man.
That's in general.
Right. That's in general. Even the straight ones. What, Draymond, we had comments over. I'm sorry, we've been neglecting all the Facebook comments. We got to catch up with that. Okay. Quita said, let's speak up so we can hear her, because Stefan got to hear you too.
She said, I don't agree with going with the flow either.
Absolutely not.
I believe in being intentional with who I'm giving my energy and time to.
Again, now, but this is the thing. Y'all gotta understand, nobody is saying don't be intentional, but it's a time and place for everything. We're talking about in the beginning stages. If you intentionally go in with an expectation of being intentional, 9 times out of 10, it ain't intentionally going nowhere, because you've already put the preconceived notion and the energy out there that this is going to be something. When you first start dating, all you doing is trying to learn another human being. Think about the first day of school. You ain't intentionally trying to make friends the first day of school. However, if you sit next to somebody and they cool and y'all might have on the same shoes or something, now you're finding things in common. The next week come, hey, did you go to this game? Y'all seen the game? You're building a rapport. It does not mean that you're not being intentional, but you don't go into everything with an expectation. That is unhealthy. And I don't know why y'all not understanding that. And this is why people get hurt. Listen, because you want the blue pill, not the red pill. And that's exactly why. Listen.
Can I explain?
Don't try to hit me with my own shit.
No, we're dealing with a different frequency. Respect, honor, and shit, that means something to us. That don't mean nothing to y'all.
Okay, again. How did you get not being intentional? Listen, you toxic. Okay, listen. Let me tell you why. Because listen, a lot of people talk just to hear they self-talk. And I'm going to tell you, you're one of them, brother, with respect. Because what you said, listen, I heard that. Because what happens is, you're saying again, and then you're lumping me and everybody else into the same pot based on your personal experience of the low vibrational people that you sleeping with, i.e., like you just said, your idea of dating is the women come over there, you knock them out, and they go home to whoever they want to, right? So let's not talk like we this traditional, I'm the boy you want to take home to your grandmom and granddaddy, because you're not. You the dude with the great dick that all the chicks is fucking and going home to the dude with the lesser dick. Let's keep it 100. Now, let's go back to what she said about being intentional. You cannot healthily go into a situation with intentions. Do I want another husband? Absolutely. Every guy I'm dating, am I going to go out with the intention that he's going to be my husband? Absolutely not. There's going to be things that take place, including time, that's going to show both of us which direction we go in. This ain't the microwave. This is the microwave era, but it's not when it comes to relationships. So again, putting words into play have to make sense. It all sounds good, but it's not realistic.
So question.
You just said it doesn't apply when it comes to dating?
What? You should not. You're applying the microwave process to dating. That's why you want to, I just told you, you should not be applying the microwave technique to dating. No, you should not.
What are you saying?
Question. What if it happens naturally?
That's different.
I'm just asking.
You see what I'm saying? answer that. I know you reply to that.
I'm just asking because the way you putting it is like, if you're moving too fast, then that's the wrong way to go. But if he approaches it like this and she's approaching it like this and it's reciprocated back and forth the same way, then that's the way she goes.
That's called organic.
Okay,
that's organic.
That's what I'm saying. That's all. Okay,
right.
Cool.
You right.
So that's good.
So that's good for them. Then listen, what Jaquita said was she did not agree.
I'm not talking about Jaquita. I was just asking in general.
Yeah. So I was responding to Jaquita's question. What Jaquita said was she don't agree with going with the flow. When she dates, she's dating with intention. Yeah. So what I said was we're not saying don't date with intentions, because when you're dating, you got an intention whether you say it or not. You got intention just to be a serial dater. Or you got intention to sleep with multiple men or women. Or you got intention just to be a girlfriend, boyfriend. You got intention to do nothing but just be on the side and metal. You got intention to get married. So everybody has an intention for what they're doing. We have an intention every time we wake up. But what happens is we get so caught up in focusing on intention, something that's automatic. You got to focus on how do you get to what you're intending to get to. And it's a process. So he said, like, everybody's process is different. Stefan's process is, I want a girl. They think he gonna wake up one day and this is gonna be a chick there and they gonna fall in love. That may happen. However, the way he's intentionally moving is not gonna give him that type of woman. So what he doesn't want to look at is that his movement and his intentional movements with these women now is not gonna give him that traditional women. Because traditional women ain't coming to his house and sleeping with him, and that's their version of a date. But again, the first thing is to recognize you have a problem. Okay? Next question. Javon. We got another question, Stefan. Into.
Well,
some on the top.
Said, look, I haven't seen yet a woman that wants a broken man get money. I teach my kids to get money, ownership, then try to get someone, respect people trying to live a dream with that hope. Get money.
Okay, so that sounds like so again, this is what happened because that's one of the issues that we're having, especially in the 40s on up. What happened was they was raised that say get money and they focused on finances and forgot all about balancing their lives. So now it's too late for their ass to have kids. Now they bitter because they don't have kids, so they don't want a woman or a man with kids because they ass to spend all their lives trying to get money. Now you trying to catch up, and then you got the 20s and 30s that's looking fresh and deaf, and they managing more. They got money and children because they learning from our mistakes. So again, you cannot have a healthy balance, and now you're building a generation of unhealthy balance because you're saying that you're teaching your kids to do the same process you did. When are they gonna wake up? They're gonna wake up one day, like plenty of men and women do. Women that's 6-figure, they mad too, and that's why they treat men less than, because all they have to validate them is money and not being a mother or a grandmother or a wife.
And that goes with one of the questions I got. It says, what can you contribute to a relationship? So if you can only have a mindset of only contributing money, then what else can you do? Can you contribute the right love?
A man gotta be a leader, man. I feel like
what y'all looking for, though?
That's what. Boy,
no, everybody is not looking for that because when I date, because I know that I didn't always have money, I would go into a date or a relationship.
You're not listening. She's the lady speaking.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes you have to build the person that you with.
Stefan, you can't hear to respond if you're not listening, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
I said everybody doesn't think like that. Because one, you can go in a relationship, everybody's not materialistic. That's materialistic. That's thinking just all about material things and not thinking about reality. So when you separate the two and you see, okay, well, I can, even though she don't have 20 figures in the bank account, she got enough potential where I can give her a computer and a book and she can alter my numbers or something, help me bring this money in. Sometimes you have to make your mate or your partner. It's not always about them always being established when they come in.
Is that what you do for you would do for your man?
Absolutely.
Yes, because I didn't always have money.
Does he have to make the same amount of money or
no,
more for you?
No, because it might be.
Can I finish, please? Can I finish talking before y'all even have a response?
You asked the question. You just answered. Finish it, please.
So, you're saying finances has nothing to do with you choosing a man?
Not with every woman, no.
I'm asking you.
No, in my opinion, no. Okay. Do you want some feedback?
Right.
Is that what you? Okay, because I was giving that to you before you. I was giving that to you before you said it. This is why I said no. Because one, I didn't always have money myself. So how can I go in a relationship or go in on a date thinking I could just date this person because they have money? I might get in a situation where I might got more money than him, and something happened, and he got to take care of me. So I don't never go into any situation thinking about money.
Okay.
But because money brings stability.
Yes.
You go in looking to see if that person is stable. Because
yes, okay. I will check. I will see.
So it is some financial.
Yes.
Okay.
It is. Some of it is financial. But you want to see what that person is. For me to literally
I'm just asking to elaborate a little bit more on it, because a lot of people like to overlook the stability factor behind finances, but it goes hand in hand. Yes, so if you want a stable man, you got to have, or a stable woman, you got to have somebody that's got some integrity about themselves.
Yeah, somebody got to be a good leader. Professionally, me dealing with women, I feel like it's always been it's not always been about money. Yes, of course, it's been about being stable, but it's been about stimulating the mind.
Right, exactly.
Like, can
that's
you
what
step
I
up
was about
to, can you come step up and, show
you took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah. Can you fix a kid's bike?
So that's the type of stuff
I contribute. Like I said, what can you contribute to a relationship? Yeah. I might not have all the money in the world, but I can make sure you got a dinner. I can make sure your clothes are for work. I can make sure the house is clean. That's contributing to a relationship. It is not always financial. Something you can do yourself, right? Okay, he has money. Something he can.
Okay, so what? Give you head because you can't give your own self head? That's exactly what you said. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. No, because she just said that. She just said what you don't understand is the healthy dynamics of a male and female, because you're saying it. You are saying it. You just said she cannot give you. You just said that this young woman cannot give you exactly what a woman is supposed to contribute to a man. She just named those things, and you just said something I can do myself. So now that was something you just blatantly told us.
But it's not about It's not about
myself.
Okay, but you're not understanding.
Words and running with that.
No, we grabbing your whole paragraph and we're telling you what you're saying. I don't think you understand the words that's coming out your mouth.
I was going to say, and the question wasn't if you can do it yourself. It asks if they can contribute something. What can you contribute to the relationship? Not what can you do by yourself in a relationship and not let nobody help you. So even if it was financial or not, what can that person bring to the relationship? Just like the girl that went viral on Facebook. She said, I can't do nothing but bring coochie to the plate. Because she has nothing else to offer.
And somebody's okay with that.
And she understands that about herself as a woman. She's not saying that all she gonna do is come sleep with you. She's just saying that in her position as a woman, she can't contribute nothing to the relationship. Only thing she can do is have sex with you because she don't got shit to share with you.
You appreciate
but
that.
And respect that.
That's her truth.
Yeah.
That's our truth. So when this is where we get too busy caught up in what we think of the version of what everybody else should be doing is all right. And that's all I be saying. You step out like, yeah, whatever you got going on, that's your world and your reality. But you cannot lump the whole world into your experiences and your reality. We got a question, Javon. She got coochie to bring to the table. I got a whole lot that I'm grateful. Compared to a woman that says she only got coochie. Javon, what was the question? We got another, huh? What's the question? Did Champ say something else? Okay, go with him so we can get on it. We got
said he is OMG.
He is what? Stacey said he's OMG. Like, damn. She wants you to calm down a little bit.
Sheikah said fiance's being in order is important to me.
Yes. But I mean, in finances, being in order is important. Now, remind you, this is where each individual person is and what their dynamics of their structure in their household look like. Like the young woman that went viral. Her dynamics of her household is just, she got good coochie. I mean, she ain't say it was good, but that's how she bring it to the table.
I think she got a
good
job
or bad.
too,
you know what I mean? But she don't have a lot. But there's going to be a man, because there's men that only want women for that purpose and to be trophies. But then there's women like us, like we need stability because we mothers, we got children. However, you don't have to make more money than that woman. You just have to understand what a strong, solid, stable foundation is. And men tend to think that it's automatic because we want stability, that you automatically got to make more money than us. If your woman makes more money than you, she just makes more money than you. That's the dynamics of your house. You still gonna get head, dude. I'm still gonna cook and clean for you. You still the king of the house.
Right.
We're gonna make that money fit where it fit. And if you need to grow, we're gonna grow together. That's what real women do. It's okay.
Sometimes help your man get their money. There's nothing wrong with that.
What's the name?
Tasha said
you gotta speak up so Stephon can hear you.
Tasha said he's making Kentucky look bad.
You hear that, Stephon?
What is that?
Comment came in from Facebook, said you making Kentucky look bad.
I don't want to do it for nobody else. I live for myself.
It came from, I ain't even going to tell you it came from a woman. But okay, next question.
I don't live for nobody else. I live for myself.
That was just a comment. It's okay. What was the next one?
She also said he's just how he good people.
She said you just how you good people. We good on IG? Okay, no more comments. Okay.
You got one over here.
Okay.
Your girl Stacey Nanny Divalicious.
I love it.
Yes, me too.
She threw her hands up in the air.
Wait, like you just
and it said the generalization and nitpicking, man. He's on the wrong show.
Thank you.
He didn't address anything till you spit on. I can't take it.
Thank you. They loving you. Yeah. And they on the way. Step on. Question, step on. In what ways are you managing your mental health?
Say it again.
In what ways are you managing your mental health? Oh my God. Okay. Ashley, okay, got it. Okay, so that would explain a lot, Stacey.
Okay, I mean, even though you can use it for your mental health, and
you gotta acknowledge. It don't teach you.
You have to acknowledge what you got going on mentally with yourself, especially when it comes to past traumas and things and past lessons and stuff that hurt you and that you've been through. So until you actually address that and actually stop putting it in your head like this is gonna continue to happen because it happened before, then that's what it would be. Like me, like I said, mentally, I will go in straight hermit mode and stay in the house. And they know after being outside for 4 or 5 days, and I will go be in the house because mentally I need to pull myself together, and that's how I pull myself together is being alone. But then I had to stop doing that because then it was separating me from everybody else, and that's not mentally healthy as well. So once again, mentally, I have to go with my music and my writing and my family. Like, especially my mom and my kids and my siblings. Like, they keep me grounded.
I have friends, grounded friends I talk to, friends and family I could talk to.
Okay, that's good.
And see, like me, I cut 30 years old, bulbs started going off. So all of them people are gone. So that's a different
So
topic,
we got 10 minutes. So let me see. This is one because this goes back to the right, wrong, letting go, things like that. Because what we want to do is we want to clean our slates and we want to be new and improved, higher vibrating people so that we can attract these amazing mates that we all want desperately, whether we admit it or not, because we're unbalanced when we're by ourselves. Regardless if we can cook, clean, and vibrate and jack off or whatever not, it's not normally healthy. You need a mate, Stefan. I need a mate, Stefan. Okay? A woman is leaving her relationship because her spouse says he is no longer physically attracted to her. Is this responsible action? And explain.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Explain why.
I mean, it ain't no explanation to it. If it's done, it's done.
It's done because he's no longer physically attracted to her.
Okay, it's done.
So,
and if that's what it's just like how you say if somebody ghosted you, if it's over, it's over. But he owes her enough respect to say and at least tell her, and if that's what she said and that's what he did, then it's on her to accept it and be like, either one, I need to get in shape and get back right, or two, just go ahead and be like, well, it was nice while it lasted.
I mean, what can you do, right? What's your
I could agree with that, but also, what if the woman's okay with the way she looks?
And if it is, right?
So
that's why I said she got to be like, okay, then.
Right, that's what I said. Like, so if she's okay with the way she look, of course she's probably gonna bounce, or like he said, exercise. But who are you to tell somebody that you don't want to be with them no more because they picked up weight or because they lost weight? Why not be that person to help them work on it? And then if they don't want to work on it, then you could leave. But I feel like you can give them a little bit of time or a little bit of respect to work with them and work it out with them.
But how we know he didn't and say, "Come on, baby, hit the gym with me."
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, I'm gonna stay home and cook.
That's what I'm saying. He can extend the hand to say that, and if she doesn't,
but I'm saying, what if he did and she didn't take it up?
That's what I'm saying. That he can leave.
Okay.
Yeah. He can
let's
leave.
say so. Realistically, in reality, he has every right to say, "Hey, I'm not attracted to you anymore." She could be the bomb. But because this is the thing, the conception is she's out of weight. The misconception she's out of weight. She may not be. There's attractive men, right? Like Stefan's attractive. I wouldn't date him, but he's attractive. You know what I mean? I'm attracted to him. I'm sure he wouldn't date me. That doesn't mean I'm not attractive. You know what I mean? It's just in my eyesight or his eyesight or whomever, the attraction is not there. There's gentlemen that are attracted to me that the average woman would say, "Oh, he's fine." And they probably are. But in my eyesight, I'm just not physically attracted to you.
Yeah.
Another point, he could have grown past what he was attracted to
before. Exactly.
Initially it could have been just all looks and everything, but now he wants the mindset.
Right. That's
and
right.
she don't have that.
Right.
So so
good. This was probably gonna set some things off. Okay, Stefan, you listening? Everybody listening? Everybody in social media world listening?
This is the last one for tonight.
A woman feels her significant other should take care of the domestic duties since she pays all the bills. He responds, "No, cooking and cleaning makes me feel less than a man." What advice would you give him, Stefan?
Give him or her?
Him.
Oh, I get hustling.
What advice would you give him, Stefan?
Damn, nigga, she's paying the bills. You can't clean up and shit around the house.
Yeah, you sound right. He said, he feel like you should get your ass up and clean up if she's paying all the bills.
I ain't gonna lie, I'll be at a loss when it comes down to it. I can't cook.
Right.
But I clean up. I bake the cakes and bake all the cookies.
Clean up.
The holidays come, I'll be in the kitchen.
Anybody on that side? Any men on that was the answer to that? Anybody hit? Ashley, what would your response be?
I would definitely say yes, he would, because one, I have been in a similar situation like that where it was on and off work. It wasn't just completely not working. But if I'm actually feeling like I have to be the man of the house,
5 minutes, okay,
and we trading places at the moment, and I'm bringing all the money home, and you ain't doing nothing, then I expect for not. I don't want to see kids running out through the house. I don't want to see clothes everywhere. Be respectful. Can't even get it out. Respectable. And be a grown person. Be a man about the situation. Because cooking and cleaning is not just for women. Cooking and cleaning is for everybody.
And then this would be, okay, that's good. And so everybody in here agree, YouTube, everybody's saying that he should be told, man, she's bringing on the bacon. You need to cook and clean and get off your butt and do the chores. This is what everybody's saying, right?
Just get some help.
Okay, we need to do something.
Or now come to an agreement.
Get outside that house and try to make something happen.
My reply to him is gonna be now we didn't talk for 2 hours about tradition and about what the man's role is and why the man think the women are so masculine and da. I'm gonna tell this man, you got 90 days or less, my brother, love you to death, to get up out of here and switch places with me. Because this is why we have this situation we have right now. It's because men that want to do those chores, however, he said I'm not, which is a good thing. He shouldn't be sitting there doing anything because you should have a job. But I can understand him saying, I'm not Mr. Mom. You not domesticating me. I'm a grown-ass man, right? Now, what happens is now he has displayed more of his divine feminine because we all share both. And she is now busted loose on her divine masculine. And then you wonder why women are displaying so much masculinity, but it's because of what you just agreed upon, my brother, while you was the one talking about the women being masculine. You telling this man it's okay. She's coming home, bringing home the bacon, paying all the bills, you need to cook and clean. What you should be telling your fellow brother is, man, you are a grown man. You are the lion of this jungle, and you need to let the lioness come in and do what she needs to do. Can she bring the bacon? Yes. When you bring that check, she go to the grocery store and buy the bacon and cook it. However, you need to get off of your ass because you was not created to do the opposite. A man that don't work don't eat. You're not working, so your ass don't eat. So if we're going to play this role, let's play this role. You want me to be in my feminine? Let me sit back, smell good, look good, and taste good for you when you come home after you done went out here, fought the world, and became a man to come home and provide for your family. Case fucking closed. Stop playing with me. Booyah. Thank you, Stefan.
Wrap it up. 2 minutes.
You ain't said nothing.
Stefan.
Sound good. What you say? It sound good.
It sounds good. I'm just saying. Cause see, this is a. What else you want again? Cause okay. Look, we coming to the bill. Hey y'all, anybody want to see Stefan when we get to the bill, working on a project for Valentine's Day? The craziness is gonna be there. Down to 1 minute. I definitely want to thank you, Stefan, for your words. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for everything. Your experiences, sharing everything with us. All of that, like from the bottom of my heart, like we cool as shit, right? You the man. So what I want to do is say, you the man. Ask you want to say something, and we're gonna talk after this though. Because I'm gonna get you a woman that's gonna stay. So everybody,
no.
There we go.
I ain't chasing.
Your job is to hunt. You the man. So listen.
I naturally do that. You don't have to tell me what I need to do.
Stop. That's why you a person. With your revolving door.
I got this.
Daddy, with your revolving door. Yeah,
I don't need no feeling coach. I don't need a work coach. I don't need none of that.
You just thanked me for my advice like 20 minutes ago.
That was some advice that I can apply to already in place. Before I met you, I had things in place. Thank you for that.
I will enhance them as we said last night. Everybody, thank you guys. Thank you in the IG world. Thank you in the Facebook world. Thank you in the YouTube world. Thank you on Zoom. Thank you all that's here. Me and Ashley want to thank you. We're closing out on the two-edged sword. Come see us again next week. Good night.